We love hip hop.
The reason why, and maybe like I'm not from like the trenches, so I don't understand. But it's one thing to be like a blatant mockery.
Yeah.
Right? But what I've learned about Toronto, just Toronto in general, is that Toronto people and Toronto mans especially always want to have a certain image, especially to people in the States.
Yes.
This is what I don't understand. And maybe you can give me context to this because like, maybe I'm not a hood nigga like that to really understand. But like, if Snowd4y is doing his little accent, yo fam, I'm really from the trenches, right? When he's doing his little accent and people are going like, yo, that's how they talk and they're laughing. I don't understand why you would get mad and go like, yo, you're impersonating and making fun of how we are. Like some people will say that on the internet. People will say anything that they want on the internet.
I know why.
But, and this is the important thing. But like, has anybody come to your ends and said, like, why do you talk like that? Or like made fun of you? Like, what I'm trying to say is nobody, like, people will say on the internet, they'll make fun of the Torontos, whatever, on the internet all the time. But no, like, none of these people in America are going to come to your ends and say whatever they say on the internet to you.
Facts.
You know that.
Yeah.
So why do you care about the perception of what random people in America think on the internet? This is a big problem in Toronto is because a lot of people in Toronto care what America thinks about you.
It wasn't only the internet. It came before even YouTube times and stuff like that. A lot of it is come from hip hop and getting acceptance in the hip hop scene.
Okay.
Because America has the biggest market for rap and hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So us being their little brother or whatever has always been looking to get that validation so that we can get mainstream.
Okay.
To become mainstream, like how Drake is, you have to have an American audience.
Yeah,
you're mainstream
Yeah.
because you have an American audience and a Canadian audience, but because you have a big American audience, that's what helps people get to that mainstream. The problem is that back in the days, we never used to be ourselves. We used
Always
to pretend
pretending
to be like them to get the acceptance, and maybe they'll just think that we're American and then they'll just like the music.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now that we have the Toronto accent and everything like that.
Culture.
And the culture, and we embraced it like we were talking about earlier, like high school kids love Toronto rappers.
Yeah.
Now, okay, we're trying to protect it. Okay?
Okay.
The reason, and while we were having this conversation, I realized why they're mad at Snowd4y.
Okay.
It's because he's white.
But he's not white though.
But it's because
isn't he like he's like
he's like an Arab or Persian.
No.
Or something.
He's like Hispanic. Like he's like Ecuadorian, Colombian, Ecuadorian,
Either
something
way,
like that.
He has
he's not like
white skin.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because if when Andy blew up with the Toronto Roadman,
yeah,
would he get in the same backlash?
No, he
as
didn't.
Roadman. No, but he didn't. He's blown up here.
Okay.
Snowd4y is blown up outside of Toronto.
Okay.
With this character.
And do you think it's the same thing with what's her name with Plush?
Exactly the same thing. It's only something. It's actually I might even insert a light bulb and edit. Bing, that hit me earlier. Like it's because they're white. Because What's with Andy has been doing the Toronto Roadman for a minute, and if he had went as viral outside of Toronto,
there would be no issue.
I don't think there'd be an issue. They'd just be like, "Yo, that's funny."
For y'all entertainment, we're doing the same thing.
That blew up. They never got an issue. They did it with Drake, and they didn't get an issue.
So it's more so they're trying to protect an image. So, what? White people can't be Toronto mans?
No, that's
how they look at it.
And outside of the country, what we're worried about is we're like, yo, they think that we're crazy. They think that we're not crazy. They think we look stupid because of these white representations.
Yo, but isn't that Friday? Isn't that fucking ridiculous? Because like, why do you care what these random people in America think? Like, Toronto is we are the number one city in the world in music.
We love hip hop.